So I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions from the email account that I have where you guys can submit your questions. And if I want to answer the question because it's a good question, I'll answer it in a video. That email is askpvquestions@gmail.com. Again, that is askpvquestions@gmail.com. If you could send in a question, and if I like your question, I will answer it in video format. So, there's one here that was sent by Bryce. It says, should TYT part ways with Jimmy Dore? My quick answer is no. I don't see any reason for TYT to part ways with Jimmy Dore. In fact, I think that having Jimmy Dore on the Young Turks is actually good for a couple of reasons. I think that Jimmy Dore being on TYT gives more sort of credibility somewhat to what TYT does in the eyes of the crazy people who are amongst the fans of Jimmy Dore. Now, I'm not saying that all Jimmy Dore fans are crazy. In fact, most of them are not. But the fact is, if you go in the comment section, I posted these comments on Twitter, people calling AOC a sellout, saying, oh, how long until she says, access to healthcare, and Bernie's a sellout, and crazy stuff like this, and just random comments about Hillary and the DNC. But those people, I think, have more credibility. They get more credibility for TYT when Jimmy's on. And also, I just feel like, it makes it less of an echo chamber. And I think that it offers a different perspective that I think fuels discussion, debate. And I think that that's what makes a great show for TYT. And I don't see a reason for Jimmy Dore to be taken off. I've actually, I remember when I first saw Jimmy Dore on the main show on the Young Turks. That was, back around when I first started watching. It was like 2013, 2014, I think it was. And he was actually one of my favorite people on there. I remember when the panels used to be, they would have, Jank, Ben, Anna, and Jimmy. Those used to be some pretty cool panels. I used to enjoy watching those, and he was a really good addition to it. And just because Jimmy will say some pretty ridiculous things at times, I don't think that that's reason for him to be taken off the network. And I just think it's a good, thing that he's on there because it gives more of a platform to talk about what are the things that he's thinking and that go on his show. And I just think it's sort of beneficial for both TYT's fans and his fans. Now, a lot of people will get pissed off about various things Jimmy will say. And I think just like anyone else, you should be able to, criticize and critique someone, what they say. Like, when Jimmy Dore said, why should I give a shit about people, like what's happening in India? I vehemently disagree with that. But I don't think TYT should part ways with Jimmy Dore. I don't see a reason as to why. I think that it's beneficial for both parties. So, yeah. Again, you can send in your questions to askpvquestions@gmail.com. And if I do like your question, I will answer it in a video. Should TYT part ways with Jimmy Dore? No, I don't think so.